What you see in front of you to enter into this webinar is the forward facing of the website. So I have taken just a basic website that I've created. There's a logo for AloCure up here at the top, and then a promotional products images here that you see along the top left. As many of you who might have attended additional webinars, you know that you can customize the website as much as you'd like, including your colors, the banners. You can put rotating banners, you can put forms and blogs and posts. So there's a lot that you can do with the websites. Today, though, I'm going to just talk about the basic functionality of the website. So the core issue of when a customer comes onto your website and they want to place an order, how that actually works. And so we're going to start from the forward facing part of the website. So your customer is going to come onto the website, and if they are interested, they can go ahead and search by keywords, or they can go into a specific category of products that they're looking for. So you can also come into promotional products or even apparel. I've set up some personalized pages here as well. So if I went into my apparel page, I can see some of the things that I put on here, some products that I'm highlighting on my apparel page. So if I was actually interested in this ladies Climate Classic Stripe short sleeve polo, I can come in here, click on this polo, and again, I'm operating as the customer coming onto your site. And what you're going to do is we've got the polo, and I'm going to just place an inquiry. So I can check out black and gray. I could select a size that I'm interested in. So if I want medium, maybe I want 25 mediums, and then I can add more. Select another color, black and gray, and I can select, small, and I can do another 25 of those. So I'm basically selecting what I want to do on this particular, on this inquiry that I'm trying to place. So I can hit next. There's a summary of what I'm looking at, and I can add to the inquiry. Okay, so if I want to view my inquiry, I can come in here, and it will request me to fill out my contact details. So if I go ahead and put my contact name in here and my email, and put a telephone number. Okay, so I'm not actually placing an order with the e-commerce turned on. All I'm doing is placing an inquiry. So what I'm going to ask is that you probably will get back to me with a quote on those shirts. So any special instructions, I might want to say embroidered in on left front chest. So we've got a summary, and then I can go ahead and I can update that particular inquiry. So again, this is what the customer would be doing on your website. Okay. So they basically emailed me a password and whatever. I could continue shopping, or I can go back to the home. And I now can continue to look at what I might want to look at next, or I can continue shopping. I can also see my inquiries here. So if I wanted to view, there's no inquiries. I've gone ahead and submitted those. Okay. So what I can do now is from a distributor side of things, I can come into the URL of my website. And what we're going to do now is go to the management area. So we've got the URL there, and I'm just going to put manage on the back of it. Sorry. And this is going to prompt me to log into the management area of my website. So I'm going to come in here. And I'm now on the back end of my store in the management area. So this is where you're going to be able to view those inquiries, view those orders, and search for product. So what we're going to cover first is if I come over to inquiries, I'm not quite sure because I didn't register properly on the front end, but if I come into inquiries and I select inquiries, this is where it would give me a list. Oh, I haven't submitted that. But basically you would see the reference number, customer, products, anything that was submitted on your website. Now you also will get a regular email notifying you that an inquiry was made. And if you have Vision, you will also be notified in Vision by this little pink number. So if you have websites that are coming in and feeding into your Vision system as projects from the orders from the web, you would see a notification there as well. So together you're basically getting 3 alerts every time an order or inquiry is made. One, it's dropping into Vision and notifying you. The other is that you're getting an email saying that an inquiry or an order has been made. And third, you can come into the back end under inquiries and see your inquiries, as well as if I come into e-commerce, I can view my orders as well. So any orders would list there. Okay. So that's where you would see inquiries and orders. Now, when an order comes in for that climate tea, for instance, there has to be a way that you can find that product and see all the additional detail. So what you're going to do is on the back end of your site, come over to what's called products, and you'll want to go to find a product. Now what this does is it opens your product search. So it allows you to either put a reference code, and it could be the unique identifier code, or it could be the vendor product code. Either way, you can key a code in there. So if I wanted to do a K500, I can also match that item number and do a quick search for that product. Okay, and so we want to say maybe this is the polo that we're looking for. Now, what we can see that it's a Port Authority Silk Touch, but if we click on the details, that is going to open the product details for that product. And this is where you'll be able to see the cost price, the sell price, and the suggested margin. You'll also see if there are any additional costs included. So you can see that this is a plain stock. We also have our screen printer and embroiderer there as far as decorators that have been entered on the site. But you'll also see over here from Port Authority some of the general information regarding sizes, colors. It's also letting you know Sanmar's the vendor, and it's telling you how you can contact Sanmar. It's also letting you know some additional imprint information, so where the imprint areas are, what the production time is, and so forth. So this is just a basic search based on a item number from that supplier. So if we wanted to use that example that we were looking at earlier when I went in and I selected that climate t-shirt or polo, I could key in just to search for polo, and I could search. Now it's a lot easier when you have the number, but we could actually do, I think we knew it was a climate. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so we have this ladies climate. We can look at the details there. And again, you can see the information. Now this is offered by Bodick and Rhodes. You can see that there on the right. So we do have live inventory. So if you wanted to research that product more, you can see the inventory. I do need to select the color. Oh, it doesn't look like there's any navy in stock. But you have that ability with some of our vendors, Bodick and Rhodes, Alpha Broder, and HIT. We have that inventory. If you switch back to the pricing tab, you can see you have your cost price, your sell price, any additional cost, and plain stock. So you can see all the detail for that product. Now we've looked at some apparel products. If we were looking and searching for just a travel mug, again, you can go ahead, maybe this time we'll just search HIT, and we can search for that mug. And if we're looking at this mug right here, I can go ahead and click on details. And this is going to pull up again that information there for that mug, pricing and inventory. Now we've got our plain stock, but then this captures all the additional pricing. So you've got your screen print, 2 colors, setup charges, and so forth. So if you have to get a quote out to a customer based on an inquiry that's coming in on your site, this is where you would go to search for that product, access the additional cost imprint methods. It would be also where you could find the vendor information, dimensions. Now, I do want to mention there's the product code from the supplier, or I'm sorry, there's the unique product code, which is 36142. And then you also have the supplier code, which is 5822. When you are working with people that are checking out on your site, so they're either putting inquiries or orders onto your site, they're going to be using the unique product code 36142. So most of the time you'll be keying in that code in this search area to find a specific product. Okay. So I just want to see if there's any questions before we move on, just regarding any of the product detail and how you can go about finding it. Okay, so again, that's in the back end of the site in the management area under products. Oops, and find a product. Okay. So the other thing that you're going to need to find a product and use this for is if you want to put unique product onto a specific page of your website. So if I came in here and I've already found this stainless steel travel mug, I'm going to write down this product code 36142. And say I want to highlight this product on my home page or another page on my site. What I'm going to do now is I've written down the product code. I can come now over to content, pages, and I can determine where I want to put this product. So if I want to highlight this mug, maybe it's a special that I have going on, or I want to advertise it on my home page, I can find my home page, which is right here, home, and I can click on contents, and that's going to open up that specific page. Now you can see that I already have a module, a product list module here, but I would want to put this product in here. I also have another product list module down here that's rotating. So I can add the product to either one. If I want to come up here, I can hit the pencil to open up that module. And right now I have featured products. So right now I want to delete some of those featured products. And I want to put in my own selection, which is that code that I wrote down. So I can click there, and I'm going to add 36142 and hit insert. So right there, it's adding that stainless steel travel mug. And then if I hit save, it's going to update. Now I have it on 1 big and 2 small, so I do want to go back and find a couple more products. But before I do that, I want to save my changes now that I've added that mug. So I'll come up to the top and I'll hit publish. And then I'm going to go back and find a couple more products. So again, I'm going to go to this products drop down, find a product, and this time I'm looking for a tote. And I can search keywords for that tote. So it comes up with a few different totes. I can scroll through here and find one that I want to put up there. You can look at this one, this medium cotton canvas. So I'm going to go into this details area. And I'm going to grab that product code, which is 222370. Okay, I'm going to grab one more product just so we have 3 products in that area. And this time I'm going to look for a polo. And find a green one or a gray that would look good on the site. And we can look at this one. Or here, we'll do this one. So if I look on the details, I can say this product code is 58275. So basically, I'm just writing down those product codes so I can put those on my site. So the last thing I want to do is come back over to content, and I'm going to go back to that home page where I wanted to put the products. I'm going to click on contents of the home page. And then I'm going to edit the product module. So I'm going to go into that little pencil there, and I'm going to put the 2 codes that I wrote down, 222370, insert, and I can also do the other one, 58275. Now I also can change how they are displayed on that page. So if I want to show 3, which is good, but maybe I want to change it to just 3 per row, and they can show in a random order, I can go ahead and hit save now. And it's gone ahead and put those products on there, so that are now on my home page. And I can publish to push that to the front end so that my customers now can see those changes. So if I come up to the view site, you can see now on my front home page, I've added those 3 products. So just to conclude what we've covered today, your customer is going to come onto your website. They're going to select a product that they are interested in. They're going to fill out the necessary inquiry or add it to their cart, regardless. Once they submit that cart order or that inquiry, you're going to get notified. Come into the management area of the site, and under inquiries, you would see your inquiries. Under e-commerce and orders, you would see your orders. And when you view those orders, it will have all the product codes and numbers that they're interested in. So if they're looking for 50 shirts or 50 mugs, then you're going to come over to products, find a product, and you can go ahead and put that, we'll just use that travel mug, for instance, from HIT. And you can pull up that product, click on the details of that product, and you'll be able to see all the additional cost, imprint methods, and description, including supplier and supplier links to their website so you could check inventory. You could also compose an email of that product for that customer by clicking over here, Compose Email, and it will basically generate a PDF with the product information and details that you can send then to the customer. Okay, so it will attach that PDF. You could go ahead and send that out to the customer. Just up to you as to how you want to send the quote, but that is another way that you could just show them a picture of the product with the price breakdown. Now, it will not include sale price and margin. It will just be the cost price and any additional costs that are associated with that product. So I'm going to answer some questions at this time. I see that one question that says, can we delete inquiries from the system? And yes, you can. You can delete those inquiries, Once you go in and edit the inquiry, then you can go ahead and delete that if you like. The other thing I see here, a question is, if I set up a tab, can I list the items I want to feature? Yes, basically a tab could be a creation of a new page. So you'd want to create a new page and then add a product list module to that page and edit that product list module just how we did today, which you click on that pencil and you put in those product codes of those items that you want to list. I do ask that you attend our webinar on creating pages and editing pages, because that will help you further with creating that page and setting up that tab as a link on your site. Okay. Well, if I don't see any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and conclude today's webinar. I thank you very much for attending, and I hope to see you on a few more webinars. Thank you and have a great day. I see one last question. The question is, how do you set up a virtual catalog? Virtual catalogs, we have a place on general settings to do that. It is actually not a feature that is working for our US market. However, you can link to a virtual catalog from within your website, and if you like, you can call customer support and they can show you how to do a link to a virtual catalog. Thank you very much and have a great rest of your day.